hold on, hold on. Hold on. I'm getting the audio. There you go. Sorry about that, I was monitoring the stream. Good morning. Good morning, good morning. Sorry for the scary music. Hold on, let me put something else. I'm just listening to some, Minako music, really. I don't know what I was feeling into that mood today. You know something frustrating about, doing drawing streams? Is that the camera is always kind of like really tricky to place. Just because I end up sitting with the monitor really close to me. So usually when I'm drawing, I usually have the monitor a little bit further, which gives me some leeway into where I can put the camera, but since the monitor is so close, I don't really have that option. Anyways, sorry about that. I was thinking about drawing some stuff, some requests I got on Twitter, and just starting off with that until maybe somebody in chat has anything fun to request or anything like that. But if that doesn't happen, I'm just gonna draw the requests I got on Twitter. I think that'll be fun. Does this pen have battery? This pen doesn't have battery. There's the pen. Alright. There we go. I am actually waiting for some maintenance people to come in today. Well, I've been technically waiting for them all the way since Monday, and nobody's come. It's really frustrating because I feel like I end up waiting all day to see when they're coming. And then I just end up putting like my whole day on hold. Just kind of waiting for them. Okay, there we go. I hope all the levels and stuff are okay. Let's see, where are we? Where are we? Okay. I ended up sort of roughing out a couple things last night. Well, okay, roughing out is probably a strong word. I just kind of did a couple thumbnails. Very rough ones. While I was like half asleep. So I haven't really looked at them. Since I went to sleep. For all I know, it's just a big mess. Alright, here they are. Okay, okay. Alright, this is the first character I was thinking to start off with. And this character, by the way, belongs to, I think their Twitter handle is like Bitch Mellow. I don't think that's their real. I think their at is, purring Jello. I'll just keep this up here. Actually, why don't I just start, I know what I'll do, Artboard from layer, where is it? There we go. Then let's just get started. You know, before I started streaming, I realized that there is a new volume of Ascendance of a Bookworm coming out today. So now I'm really excited to read that after I'm done streaming. I do kind of wonder when the maintenance people are gonna get here, though. I really hope they don't come in as soon as I get started with the drawing. That would be frustrating. Alright, there we go. Okay. Please don't judge my very rough thumbnailing. It is not pretty, but trust the process and all that. Okay. So I was kind of thinking of a sort of vertical composition. Maybe something like that. You know, I wonder if I'm gonna get into copyright trouble for playing Umineko music. I don't think it was a problem last time. Hey, there's nothing wrong with Pinkie Pie. Good morning, Julius. You know, I never really had a brony phase. And I only ever watched like 1 or 2 episodes of Friendship is Magic. But I was in love with Spike's character design. I even own like a plush of Spike. Spike specifically. I still think he's like great character design. I love it so much. I have him like literally sitting right next to me at all times. I love looking at him. I'm such a fake fan. I feel like I was only really like a fan of like the brony adjacent stuff, like the fan material. I didn't watch the show that much. It wasn't of that show or anything. I think it's just kind of like it was just kind of like a children's show at a time where I wasn't really in the mood for that, I think. But I mean, I think the characters and everything there is really good. I think primarily maybe I was just a fan of the Dot Mauve stuff from Max Gilardi. Hot Diggity Demon. I wonder if those hold up at all. Sorry, I'm playing around with my post doll thing. Trying to figure out a good pose. I'm not really small enough for a pitbull to eat me. Come, BF? Oh, what's his name? I forgot the name. Frick, Goofball. Goofball the Ghost. That's his name, Goofball. He's alright. I think he has like a crazy work ethic, and I think he's really cool. But he's a little bit of an edgelord. I think he gets on his own way sometimes. But oh well. I hope he's having fun. Should I do a big one? Yeah, How's your morning going, Juliet? Are you having a good morning? Having fun? Working? On the workshop? What kind of things are you doing in the workshop? That sounds cool. I wish I had a workshop. Oh, that's right. You said you were doing like a Photoshop workshop, right? Yeah. That's right, that's right. The Photoshop workshop. I forgot. For some reason, I was thinking it was like a wood workshop or something. Work harder for me. I don't think you need to do that. I should be working harder for you, if anything. You know, I like editing videos and stuff. But I found out that it's really difficult for me to edit, like, my own videos. Turns out it's really difficult for me to, like, hear myself and, like, make stuff for myself. It feels, like, really narcissistic. And it's a hard thing to do when my self-esteem is so low. It made me realize that, like, all those YouTubers and stuff are, like, they're doing these kinds of things, and then, like editing a video takes hours, right? So this whole time, you're just, like, looking at yourself, and you're confident that you're, like, saying something that's, like, worth listening to. And I feel like there's, like, a certain level of, like... I think the nice word is confidence, but it's probably closer to, like, narcissism that you would have to have. You, like, work on this, like, fabricated image of yourself to put out for, like, such a long time, for such a long period. And I don't know if I have that. ABS? Oh, abs. Yeah, I get that. Strong functional body's the best. Strong functional muscles over, like, vanity muscles any day. my microwave broke. And like microwaves are really cheap. I can get one for like $20 or whatever. But the microwave belongs to the apartment complex. So they have to fix it. And they told me the other day, hey, we'll come tomorrow. But since the microwave is like attached to like a shelf, I had to take out everything out from the shelf so that they can come and take it out. And they told me, hey, we'll come tomorrow, just make sure that overnight you take everything out. So I took everything out, and there's like cups and like plates all over my kitchen to the point where I can't really use it anymore. And they haven't come. I've been waiting for them since freaking Monday. And like my kitchen has been a mess since Monday and they haven't come. Watch them. I'm like, I've been wanting to do this like little drawing stream since Monday, but I've just been like, okay, I'll just wait for them to come here. I don't want to get interrupted. But they haven't come. So I figured, fuck it. I'll just draw for as long as much time as I have. Yeah, it's been like 2.5 days already. Like, watch them. The office opens up at 9, which is like 15 minutes from now. Watch them come in like as soon as it turns to 9. I would be so pissed. I didn't want to be interrupted while drawing. Oh, my smartwatch is getting here today, I think. And it has this feature where it can monitor heartbeat. And I was thinking it'd be fun if I had like a heartbeat overlay, like on the stream. And then I played like a really scary game or something. That way you guys can tell how scared I am. The only problem is that I don't really know what game to play. I'm not very easily scared. I think they forgot about me. Really? Which ones? I'm not very easily scared, so I don't really get scared with a lot of like bigger titles, I think. Though I do love them, don't get me wrong. Resident Evil's like my comfort series. But that's the point, it's like my comfort series. I don't really get particularly scared. I just have a lot of fun with them. I feel like the really spooky games tend to be like indie games or something. Oh, NK, look. I was trying to draw you a little... Your moth... Oh, no, it wasn't a moth girl. I forgot what the species was, but... I was trying to figure out... To, like, roughly, think of some thumbnails for the stream. That way I didn't come in, like, all blind and stuff. But, yeah. I was trying to figure out how to get her face. I think she's very cute. I already played the shit out of Resident Evil Village. It was really fun. I had a lot of fun with it. I already beat it on like professional or whatever. It was really fun. I could play it though. I know that the VR mod's probably coming out soon. Or is it already out? I'm not sure. Is the first person mode out for that already? I don't remember. Oh, I got some thunder trackers. So I'm gonna be able to do full motion tracking soon. It's gonna be really fun. I'm gonna be able to kick things. Yeah, I really like the song too. Yeah, full motion. Are the sound volumes okay, by the way? Is my voice or the music too loud? Let me know and I'll fix it. I never catch these things until like way later. Okay, thank you. I really hope I don't get I don't get claimed for the Minako music. I feel like video game music doesn't really get taken down that much. I have like a Spotify playlist with like all the Minako music. So that's all I'm playing. I hope you guys don't mind it. Actually, I wonder if there's a way to add like a Spotify extension. That way you guys can just see what the song is. No! No! I hate that. I hated that. Fortified token. was way too long. I love this song too. I don't really know how to get the Spotify thing to work. Oh well, I give up. I just wanted to get like a little... I just wanted to get like a little thingy that said what music was playing. Thank you for being born. This song's gonna make me cry. This is so good, man. Oh, Erika's too cute. Ooh. Ba, 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 ba. Ba, 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 ba. I'm just looking at pictures of Erika now. Look at her. Beautiful. A Let's just have her here. Let's have her sit there. You know, I'm not even sure what this character's personality is, but he seems like a nerd to me, so I'm going with like a book kind of motif for the background or something, like a library. And why shouldn't she take over the stream? You know, I feel like my VTuber lore is like unofficial Umineko fanfiction. Legally distinct enough that no one would know unless you know. Like like I'm ripping off a character or anything. It's just that the lore, like the magic system works within the Umineko's magic system, which is like my favorite magic system. But it's also something that you really wouldn't really make sense unless you've read it, and it's way too long. I don't think anybody reads it, so it's fine. No one will ever know. I haven't decided if I'm gonna give them like the black part. What do you guys think? I feel like he looks slutty with the arms out. But the jacket thing is like also really cool. So I don't know if they go for slutty or for cool. Good morning, Bean. Your mom is really cool. I tried reading Umineko before there was an official translation. It was getting translated by this group called like the Witch Hunters, I think. And I don't think the whole thing was translated at the time. I ended up reading like the first 2 episodes. And then for whatever reason I stopped. And then a couple years ago I ended up just like reading the whole thing again. And it's like freaking amazing. Good morning. Seriously, I don't think there's like anything... I don't think there's anything better than Umineko. I don't think... It's kind of sad because I feel like I'm never gonna enjoy something as much as I enjoyed Umineko. I know I knew you were gonna say that. I know how much you love Konosuba. You don't know what Konosuba is? It's like a comedy isekai. Huh? What do you mean by wrong Konosuba? Is there another Konosuba? Are you talking about the Megumin spin-off or something? The headset new. The movie was really good. I liked the movie a lot. don't think I've seen the mariachi official artwork. I getcha. I wasn't sure if it was like based on anything. It just kind of felt like a fun little like side thing. I had a lot of fun with it for what it was. I think it's like a fun movie. Ah, I see. That happens. Honestly, the thing with adaptations is I always kind of prefer that they change things to better suit the medium. And like, since like the original work is already there, if it's good, it's fine. Like, I don't need like a perfect adaptation. That said, light novels is a little bit different because I feel like most people are never gonna read the light novel. So a lot of people are always just gonna like limit their experience to the anime, and then it's never, they'll never get like the true experience. So I think I get the frustration. It's like I mean, I'm bringing it back to Umineko, but the Umineko anime, it's like awful. Awful. But the VN is like way too long, so like most people are never gonna read it. And like the people that are gonna, if you tell somebody go read Umineko, they're probably gonna watch the anime because they don't want to read it. And the anime is awful. Like, it actively ruins the visual novel. Is there a manga for Konosuba? It'd be nice if at least like they had like a more accurate adaptation or something. I mean, even if it's like not a good adaptation, like the artists in that show are like really talented, and the voice actors are really talented. So even if it's like its own thing, I feel like it has value. They're all like really good. They're all in their like A game. So just like as an animated spectacle on its own, I think it's like worth it, in my opinion. The other day, I saw like a fan comic that was like, what was it called? 100 Days Until like Megumin and freaking Katsuma get married or something. It was kind of funny. I personally really like Darkness, but I feel like the character never has like interesting stories in the anime, which is frustrating. I feel like she never really has anything fun to do, as much as I like the character. Yeah. That's good then. I'm excited. That doesn't look great at all. Let's redraw that foot. I don't know. I feel like it's gonna end up getting cut off anyways. Alright. Have fun at work. Hope they don't bully you too much. Oh. Why am I getting bonked? I didn't do anything. You're always bonking me for no reason. Other streamers have like posture checks. I just have bonks. It's not fair. Bonk check. No, you won't. At least I have Ben and Jerry's here. I don't eat your ice cream. Your bonk ice cream. I wonder if this perspective works. I'm not sure. I mean, it looks right to me, but I'm not sure. I mean, it looks right, I think. time, whenever I tried streaming my drawings, I always got like really big stage fright and I wasn't able to draw anything. But recently, I feel like I've gotten a lot better. Like I can focus, I can sort of focus when I'm streaming. I feel like that's like that's a lot of progress in my opinion. I've gotten slightly less nervous while I'm streaming. Not gonna lie, but when I started streaming, I felt like I always kind of felt like puking. I was so nervous, I was always kind of like on the verge of puking. And like a couple times, like right after I was done, I went to go puke. But, it's not happening to me anymore. I mean, I still get really nervous, and it's hard to talk for long periods of time, but I don't feel like puking anymore. So that's like progress, I think. I don't want to be like puking on stream. I'm already self-conscious about like my voice. I don't want you guys to hear me like on the toilet. Puke comp. I didn't know there was. I didn't know there was the puke compilation. I say this a lot, but I really appreciate you guys sticking around. I feel like I would never have been able to work past that kind of fear if I was doing this by myself. So the fact that you guys are here is like way more than what I deserve. So I don't know why you guys are here or why like I really don't deserve you guys' company. So I really appreciate that you guys are here. That's what I'm trying to say. Hachama puking compilation. Why is she puking live on stream? Is she sick or is she just kind of like doing weird things? I've heard of people puking on stream because like they got high or drunk or something. kind of TMI, but like, I feel like puking is one of those, like weird fetishes that I accidentally gave myself by looking at too much weird art. I feel like I want to draw some of it sometimes, but I think people are gonna think I'm weird. Yeah. I can't figure out the perspective this hand would be in. I feel like I have a lot of those. Like, I really wouldn't call myself a foot fetishist because I don't really have like that passion that a lot of people do for feet. But a while ago, a few years ago actually, I was just kind of like trying to figure out how to learn to draw feet. So I ended up like looking at a lot of like art with feet or like just pictures of feet. And I just got like, I feel like I got good at drawing feet. And now it's just like, I have to include them in every picture. Because I feel like that's like an avenue of like expression that like I'm good at, and like it'd be like a waste not to include. It's like hands. Same thing, like they're really expressive. And like I do a disservice not to include them. About the puking thing, I feel like I don't know how many people, I don't know how people got through reading Chainsaw Man considering it's so popular without developing a puking fetish. I feel like it comes up too often. Like, there's that scene where, like, they puke in his mouth and he just kind of, like, has to eat it or something. The whole manga is, like, super masochistic, but I feel like people ignore that completely and focus on the edgy stuff. I feel like we enjoy Chainsaw Man for different things. You can tell the artist was into it. That was like a puke drawn with love. Of course. All my platforms are safe spaces for weird fetishes. As long as you're not like hurting anybody. That's generally my rule. As long as there's nobody getting hurt, I don't really care. I actually don't remember that happening. Fujimoto is like the best. I like this face. He looks so gentle. Oh no, they were all bottoms. Oops, all buttons. They say that you have to cultivate your audience when you're streaming, and I want to make sure that my whole audience is always bottoms. Only bottoms allowed. There, There is this one meme that I used to quote a lot, but I can't find it anymore. It was like a compilation of like top bullying. Like, have you topped anybody today? Kind of thing, and I wish I could find it. It's gone forever. I used to quote it so much back in the Tumblr days, I think. You're right. Only bottoms watch VTubers. Watching VTubers is like bottom behavior. I'm a little bit scared about the hair. I'm not that good at hair. I feel like it's like a lot of trial and error for me. Oh, I'm not really like following any kind of guideline. Just having fun. If you want me to draw something funny, I don't mind just taking a break and drawing that instead. The thing is, like, I didn't want to put that responsibility on the chat, so I just came in with like some things that I wanted to draw anyways. But if you have any like funny ideas or anything that you want me to draw, I don't mind. I don't mind drawing ship posts. If they're funny. Trial and error. I don't think trial and error works. That doesn't even rhyme with error. You know what's like really hot for some reason? It's like having like the hair, kind of like a strand of hair kind of like rest on the shoulder. And you can get like the weight of that to look right. It's so hot for some reason. Does that look right to you guys? Anything look like especially off with the anatomy or anything? I'm like working on like 3 hours of sleep, so if I miss something, let me know. I think that looks good. I think the composition's good. Hmm. I don't think I've ever watched a Salmonella video. What is Salmonella? Like I've seen their thumbnails before. Oh, is it the guy with like the animal tier lists or something? Like the world patch stuff or something? I feel like I have a vague memory of this. Then I don't know who this is. I'm a loser and I don't keep up with like a lot of popular social media things. That line is way too thick. I love using textured brushes. Is it okay to watch other people's YouTube videos on stream? I could put the Salmonella video, I don't mind. I just don't know if it's okay. I don't know what the ethics of it are. Alright, I'll put it on. Let's see.
It took in January of 2020, and boy are my arms.
Wait, hold on. Can I do like a pop out and then guess that doesn't work. I have no idea how people watch those things like this. Can you tell I'm not a good streamer? Okay, I'll just have it like this. And then Erika. Don't know what happened. Okay. And then capture method. There we go. Does that look good to you guys? Bye bye. Have fun, Julius. Alright, let's watch this video.
Tired. Let's see what I missed. Queen's dead, war in Ukraine, the Taliban's back. What is... Holy shit. They made a movie called Scoob. Unprecedented global pandemic, Space Jam 2, some popular guy named Brandon. Yep, that just about covers it. Anyway, we all know about the scientific names of animals, but did you ever wonder what they actually mean? To find out, we must look to taxonomists. They're the guys responsible for the systems of nomenclature we use to classify organisms, and boy are they convoluted. First you got the big 8, domain, kingdom, phylum, class, order, family, genus, species. I've seen plenty of mnemonic devices for this, but since the D just showed up in the 90s and is still disputed by some scientists, he's usually not included. So allow me to suggest a few. Dizzy kids puke cereal on fairground staff. Dumb kittens pushing cups over feeds growing spite. Donkey Kong's fucking serendipitously. The way this whole thing works differs slightly depending on which kingdom you pick. So today we'll be sticking to the animal one, cause that one's the coolest and I'm in it. So what constitutes each taxon is pretty arbitrary. They basically just serve to act as another set of branches in the tree that taxonomists build. The one exception is species, which is generally defined as any group of animals that can have babies with each other that aren't sterile freaks. Mule, liger, zedonk, skunk ape, they can live fulfilling lives, but they're all shooting blanks, so they don't count. On the other hand, in our innumerable trespasses against God, we can make things like chidandanes, which actually work, so dogs are dogs are dogs. Besides species though, it's the Wild West in here. Plenty of times, 8 tiers isn't even enough for scientists, so they just stick new sub-levels in between. Legions, cohorts, tribes, series, divisions, and if you want to keep going, you can throw all kinds of prefixes on any of these for even more layers. There's even subspecies, which the more pedantic of you may think to yourselves that creating names for subspecies at all kind of undermines the single somewhat agreed upon definition in the whole tree. To that, my friends, taxonomists say, But while that's pretty complex, the actual names themselves are pretty easy to wrap your head around. Though taxonomists may hide behind their fancy Greek and Latin, the Vulgate is no substitute for wit. Now, I've scraped through the scientific names of a load of species, and most of them can be split into a few categories. The simplest ones are the animals that already have names in Greek or Latin. It's a lion, I'm calling it Leo. Done. Tiger, it's a tigris. Cat, it's a catus. Easy. Multi-word names can be translated the same way. For the golden eagle, we got Aquila chrysaetos. Gold eagle eagle. They decided to be a show-off and do eagle in Greek and Latin. Essentially the same though. But if a species is too specific or exotic for a one-to-one translation, that's when you gotta get a little creative. A lot of the time, inspiration comes from just giving the creature the old once-over and pointing out some cool-looking body part. Generally, the more distinct of an identifying feature it is, the more likely it'll get in the name. For example, Homeboy took one look at this thing and said, yup, Red triangle slug. I'm going on break. We call this thing a fucking unicorn, almost like that means one horn or something. Also, some guy deadass looked at an octopus and said, well, all they got is heads and feet. I'ma call them headfoot. And now biologists everywhere say cephalopod unironically. Matter of fact, if it's got feet, chances are that's part of its name somewhere. You got 4 feet, 6 feet, 8 feet, 10 feet, 2 feet, equal feet, both feet, double feet, stomach feet,
I didn't know that's what
feet, sucker
cephalopod
feet,
meant.
wing feet, big feet, slow feet, or feet, both feet, joint feet, no feet, 10,000 feet, cow's feet, spade feet, cat feet, small feet. If it doesn't look that interesting, another thing to point out is where you found it. This could be a territory like American bear or Siamese crocodile, or just a habitat like woods macaque or toilet rat. But that's boring. We need to look at the men behind the magic and what drives and motivates them. Now, if there's one thing that the scientific community loves, it's clout. And there's no better way to go down in history than plastering your own name on some shit you found. But not all fields have the same volume of things to scribble the old John Hancock over. On the one end, you got physicists just making up their own slightly different form of ionizing radiation measurement. And even then, only the top dogs got away with it. Now, zoology, any little goober flouncing through the underbrush can say, this one has 13 spots, but the one in the book's only got 11. I will call him Splinkus's ladybird. Alternatively, plenty of biologists have given shout-outs to their contemporaries, both other biologists and those across the academic gamut, from geologists to physicists to explorers and more. Naturally, Darwin's got a shitload, but even the background characters get immortalized one way or another. Who are Thomson, Grant,
I really
Summerling,
like these
Erlanger,
eyebrows.
Speke, and Cuvier?
I'm really
I don't
happy
know,
with this
but they've all
face.
got gazelles, so they must be pretty cool. Of course, other times, the name checks go to people who had fuck all to do with anything except for one taxonomist being a fan of theirs. Plenty of popular celebrities have species named after them, but since all the big cute stuff was found and branded a while ago, most of these idols are commemorated through repulsive little invertebrates. You got Scaptia, Beyonce. The only similarity I can gather here is queen bee, looks like a bee, both not a real bee. There's Anomphilus gregarius, an old stone named after an old stone. In 2007, one Jason Bond, a professor of biology at UC Davis, dubbed this little dude Myrmecia Neil Youngie to honor his favorite musician, which caused my man Stephen Colbert to go on TV and profess his utter indignation at not having a spider named after himself. So naturally, the next year, Bond actually went on the Colbert Report to announce the naming of apostachus Stephen Colbert. So, if that gives any of you epic biologists out there any ideas, you know, I wouldn't be opposed. Please, I would do anything. For the love of God, I'll even take a lichen. The world of politics is by no means immune to this phenomenon. Obama alone has fucking 9, as do a load of other presidents. Trump's got a moth with funny hair. Bush has a fungus.
That's the real goal. I need to become like the best VTuber so that somebody can name like a cute little bug. I don't even need like a mammal or anything. I love bugs. I love a bug. I prefer a bug if anything.
Beetle, Reagan's a wasp, Carter's got a darter, and so forth. Even Austria's most famous painter
I need
got
to
the
become
honor
the
through this blind
biggest-
cave beetle. Mind you, it
the
was
biggest
1933, so you can
VTuber
only
in
blame
all
the
the
guy a
land.
tiny bit. Hitler actually wrote him a letter saying, oh, thank you, my little
Sorry,
entomologist,
Gouda.
and then went on to do, you know, Hitler things. Fun fact,
Or
not
eating
only was
shark
this beetle
fillet or
stuck with just
something.
about the worst name you could have, it's also now facing extinction solely because of its value to Nazi memorabilia
I do
collectors.
actually wonder
Guess what happens, die
which
hard.
shark fillet
Well, fictional
tastes
characters
like.
have their fair share of species
I
under
wonder
their
if it's
belt.
kinda
On the topic of
chewy.
evil beetles, this one's named after Darth Vader because he kind of looks like his helmet, I guess. This was actually named by the same guy who did the Bush one and belongs to the same genus. There's also this mite, genus Darth Vaderum, which is a lot more accurate and frightening. In 2012, a single bone from above the eye socket of a hitherto unidentified theropod dinosaur was being studied. And suddenly, under the light of the full moon, the guy working with the specimen had his neck covered with hair and his lips clench into a pog and his endocrine system fill with soy, and he said, "It's just like the eye of Sauron." And then he started chewing on Funko Pops and sweating cream of meme and snorting G Fuel and shitting D20s everywhere until the prostate stimulation made him. The dino's genus is now Sauroniops, from Eye of Sauron. This spider was named after Godric Gryffindor because it looks like the Sorting Hat. SpongeBob has not a sponge, but a fungus. The legendary birds from Pokemon each have their own, you guessed it, beetle, and the list goes on. Scientists are nerds. Who knew? Anyway, while this all seems kind of chaotic, there is some method to the madness. One rule is the principle of priority. This states that once somebody publishes their chosen name for a species for the first time, that's the name, and other taxonomists typically can't change it. This has led to plenty of misnomers coined by whoever got their foot in the door first, particularly in the case of the guys doing this stuff before we had the luxury of genetic analysis. Here's one. Red panda? Nah. Shining cat, coined in 1825. To be fair, they're actually about as close to cats as they are to actual pandas, so whatever. Here's 2. Capsicum chinense. Eaten there? Sure. Native? Only off by around half a globe, where literally all hot peppers came from. This principle holds true even if someone thinks they found a new species, only to later discover that it was already named. For example, in 1824, one John Edward Gray documented the plain zebra, calling it Equus burchellii, or Burchell's horse, named after a renowned naturalist of the day. Little did he know, back in 1785, some other douche classified this character as the quagga. The last quagga died in a Dutch prison in 1883, so why do we care? Well, in the 2000s, scientists decided to scrape some gunk off a dry quagga pelt and study its DNA, and from that they realized, wait a minute, apparently this guy and zebras could have, made a little plaid in the hay together, so technically they're one species, and today they're both called quagga. Sounds kinda asinine, but then again so does asinus, and that worked out fine. Just to maintain the distinction, the extinct subspecies was renamed quagga quagga, so you know it's the real quagga. This double naming convention has been done with a lot of subspecies, in fact. Wild horse, spotted panther, or my favorite, gorilla. Just like, yeah, it's the grillest gorilla that ever gorilled. Fuck you want from me. A closely related rule also states that the names of all taxa have to be unique. So if 2 people coincidentally name any taxon the same thing, the older one gets to stay and the new one gets the boot. Like if you saw a genus called echidna, you'd think it was, an echidna, right? Well no, that'd make too much sense. For a while it was true, from 1797 to 1811. Then it was pointed out that someone else already called a genus of moray eels echidna back in 1788, so the real echidna had to be changed to Tachyglossus, or quick tongue. Then a decade later, a dude did the same thing for a genus of vipers. Another 22 years passed, people discovered the same thing, and they were renamed to Bitis, cause they bit us. That one at least made a bit of sense, given that the original echidna from Greek mythology was half lady, half snake, but who cares at this point. Anyway, I've just barely scraped the surface of all the goofy names out there, so feel free to post more down below. That's all I've got for now. Till next time, I'm Salmonella, and I'll see ya in 2025.
That is a fun video.
Don't say it, don't think it, don't say it, don't think it.
I'm kind of surprised that everybody was so excited about like an educational video. That was great though. That was really funny. I want to be a gorilla. I feel like I remember seeing the thumbnails, and I might have watched like a video before, but I don't think I was ever like a big fan or anything. I was really surprised how like excited everybody got. Sometimes people have like people you wouldn't think of have like the biggest fan bases. My butt hurts. Hold on, I'm gonna get my ow, my butt. My other chair, my non-ergonomic chair. Chair. That's better. I have this like sort of standing chair, and like I use it every day of the week and it's never a problem, but for some reason whenever I stream it always makes my butt hurt. if I like sit harder when I'm streaming or something. Intense stream sitting. Oh. Drawing's hard. Drawing is for losers. I should just be doing AI art or something. I'll stop drawing forever. I wasn't born with the talent, so I can never learn to draw. Let's just become an AI artist and like type big titty GF. Trending on ArtStation. It's the easiest choice. Work smarter and not harder and all that stuff. make this sign work? Imagine drawing something on stream and not hating it and being super embarrassing. Couldn't be me. Yeah, big bazungas plus, goth GF plus trending on ArtStation plus no gays plus, painted plus realistic plus, photoreal plus Renaissance plus. I actually have never liked my work until maybe the past 3 months. It's really strange, but I feel like I was working on a comic and I sort of crossed the line where it's oh, some of my work can look good. It's such a bizarre feeling I've never had before. It's not even exaggerating, it's been 3 months. And it's not all my work, but a good third of it that I've been making since I've been proud of, and it's crazy. You're right. Nobody can draw hens. But joke's on you. The AI's soul lies on the 6th finger. That's how you know that there's soul in the picture, because there's a 6th eye. Or sorry, a 6th finger. It's made it a lot easier to just kind of draw, you know, because you get that positive reinforcement that I never really had before, and it's always really hard when it's always negative reinforcement where you just hate what you're doing, and it's I want to get better so I don't hate it. But when you just enjoy it, then it's kind of a positive feedback loop, and I feel you end up drawing more. I don't know how long this phase is gonna last, but I hope it lasts forever. Yeah, the signature is the extra fingers. That's how you know. None of the pictures look the same, but like they all have that extra finger, so that's like their touch. Yeah, for sure, but it's like super difficult to get to that spot, isn't it? It's like it's easy to say like, "Oh, I just have to stop caring and just kind of like work." But it's difficult because like drawing is like a part of like an extension of who you are. So like if you're making work that you're not proud of, it feels like you can't be proud of yourself. Or like you're putting out like you're not putting your best foot forward to other people. So it's kind of like hard not to get bogged down in that feeling. Like so much of your identity is tied down with your work. Yeah. It's very, very rare for me not to care. Extremely. But I think that's why writing stuff or like comics and stuff is so difficult. It's like another level where I feel like I'm exposing like an aspect of myself that I'm like really embarrassed that other people can see. It's like even when I'm feeling good about my artwork, it's still really hard to write for comics because it feels like really vulnerable. I have like another comic that I have to make by November. I work with this Doujin circle sometimes, and they asked me to make another one for their winter comitia. And I feel like it's really stressful, but I always like grow, I feel like, as an artist, so it's always worth it. I'm really thankful that they keep inviting me. A lot of the artists that contribute are like way better than me. Like some of them are like on a professional level, and it feels like really inadequate to be like next to their work. But it's also really encouraging. It really encourages me to like level up. And I've never been really completely satisfied with the work that I've made for them. But I feel like I've grown like leaps and bounds every time I've done a comic for them, and I'm very thankful. Yeah, I pretty much like can't sleep for like the week that it's due, just kind of like working on it. It's really stressful, I won't lie, but sometimes I feel like you need that stress to like really improve. As long as you're able to like moderate the stress in a healthy way, I feel like it's a good thing. it's about like not running away from the stress, but about preparing yourself and like dealing with it in moderation. Like developing coping skills and knowing when you need to take a break and just kind of take it easy for a bit. Yeah, I feel that way as well. I'm really thankful. I'm really thankful. I think this is like the fifth comic, I think, or sixth or something. I did a cover for them once as well. I wish it was better. They were happy with it, but I feel like I could do a better job now. That's always like a frustrating feeling. I feel like I learned a lot from that cover, but now I feel like I could do like a way better job, and I wish I had a do-over. Yeah, and that's like things never get done. I always try to make comics for myself after I'm done with like the stuff for the magazine. And I always have the problem of when it's for myself, I don't have like the deadline. And because I don't have the deadline, I just keep like working things over and over and over and over and redoing thumbnails and redoing things, and just nothing ever comes out. Because I'm always like in the planning, or like redoing thumbnails or redoing storyboards and stuff. And I never get out of that rut because I have infinite time. There's no deadline. So I'm never like pressured to be like, I have to put that out. I don't have that restriction. Yeah, it's difficult. You can always keep like working on things over and over and just never be done. That's why commissions are like really difficult for me. Because I have like the pressure of a deadline, but they're also like paying me directly. And it's always really stressful, and I feel like I can never do my best work in that kind of situation. I always end up regretting it, and it's really painful. Like, I end up feeling so awful where, like, I didn't do a good enough job for the money that they paid me. And it gets me so depressed that I can't draw for, like, a month. Because I mean, if someone's paying me directly, I wanna make something good for them, and if I can't do that, it hurts really bad. Yeah, for sure. But that's also why whenever I commission other people, it's always kind of like I want to make sure that they're having fun and they're not stressing out too much. Because I know how it is for me, and I can't even do my best work if I'm stressing out or if I'm rushing. So when I commission someone, it's always kind of like take your time and have fun. Because I mean, at the end of the day, if I'm commissioning someone, it's because I like their work, so I just kind of want them to be able to do their best work. And they're most comfortable and they're most happy. And if I like their work, I don't want to make the artist miserable, you know? I want them to have fun doing what they like. I feel like it's a mutually beneficial thing. And I'm patient, so it doesn't really bother me if I have to wait like months or something. Armpit. Armpits are another one of those things where like I don't have an armpit fetish, but I had to teach myself how to draw armpits, and like I'm overexposed to them now. That's like the dilemma of learning to draw things. You start appreciating like the appeal of like those body parts. Even if there's like nothing like inherently sexual, I feel like you start to appreciate the artistry of the human body. I really do mean that. Human bodies are like really beautiful. I love looking at them. I wish I was better at like capturing what makes them so nice to look at. That's usually like my biggest frustration with my work. It's like I feel like I'm not getting like that rhythm and the curves and like that shape language that the body naturally has, and it's always kind of like I can't compare. I can't get that like volume and softness and curvature and rhythm of how bodies actually feel. Should we cheat and just like duplicate the other glass? The other lens? The other glass? I don't think that makes any sense. Good, I think. I think the glasses are circular. They look circular in this one, but they look a little bit longer on this one. I'm gonna go with circular for now, because I kind of like how nerdy that makes them look. I love big circular glasses. We love the nerdy boys in this stream. Exactly! They're the best. I should get some for myself. For the longest time, like back in like 2012, 2013, I had some like Ray-Ban aviators that I swapped the lenses with and just put like clear glasses on them. Very corny, but I thought they were cool at the time. I think they were like my high school graduation present or something. Or maybe for like getting into university, one or the other. that doesn't look right. That looks better. We need to give him that squishy butt meat. That's everything. We need to give that butt squeeze. And the thigh squeeze. What's the point of having thigh meat if you're not gonna squeeze it, you know? I wanna bite it. Take a big chunk out. You know, it might be fun to like ask people to submit requests on Twitter and stuff and draw them more regularly. I'm having a lot of fun. And I get this stream something like safe for work and draw. It's like perfect. I should do this more regularly. They are wearing like pants in the pants into the boot. I kind of want to give it like a bit of a fold here or something of like the clumping of the pants. And then we can do the seam. I think the seam would be here. I feel like that's gonna give us that like curvature of the thigh. I would go in here and then something like that, I think. It's just going like a lot faster than I thought it would be. I guess my light mark has improved a little bit. It's gone a lot faster than it used to be. I feel like this would have taken me all day before. Or maybe I'm like focusing extra hard because it's a stream or something. These pants are really tight. Heck yeah. We love tight pants. The original drawing doesn't really show this part of the pants. So I'm kind of like free falling. I'm hoping it looks okay. Let's do the shoes. I'm excited to draw the shoes. You know, I'm surprised the new case ones I got haven't been like super loud with all the streaming and stuff. I thought for some whatever reason that they were gonna kick in and just be like super loud. With like all the different apps that I have open. I'm gonna add a few details that are not there just because I feel like it needs a little bit more balance on the cuff here. I think that looks okay. Maybe. I don't know. I'll go back to it if I don't like it. I think that looks okay. I wonder if there's like shoelaces under the shoe cravat. Probably, right? Can't really see them though. There's no depth to this cravat. Maybe if I add that. Yeah, I think that looks better. Okay, okay. I wonder if I'm making the feet too long. But I kind of like how it looks. For some reason, like long feet seem kind of like, or long shoes in general, have like kind of like a feeling of like elegance. Am I overthinking shoes or something? Maybe, probably. Does he have long feet? I don't remember. I just remember that one episode in one of the sequel episodes where he just keeps like getting hit into the rake. I used to love the Sideshow Bob episodes when I was a kid. Is he still alive, I wonder? I know some characters have died. He freaked Krusty. You're giving me like Simpsons lore that I don't know. I haven't really watched The Simpsons since I was like really young. Oh. I thought Sideshow Bob had like fucked Krusty the Clown or something. I was like, I don't know when that happened. I don't remember that. I'll fix that later when I color it. Yeah, he probably fucked Krusty the Clown in the later seasons. As soon as I'm done with this drawing, I'm gonna read Bookworm. The new volume came out today, and I'm so excited. It's the conclusion of the latest part. So I have a feeling that it's gonna be the last book for like a few months, probably. Which is sad, but I'm also excited to read it. I hope I don't read it in one sitting, but I feel like I am. I'm so hecking excited. Let's zoom in again. I don't like the depth of the sleeve. It doesn't have that big sort of shape that I want. Yay! Lunchtime! What are you eating for lunch? Something yummy? Or like granola bars? Oh, okay. Well, what did you eat during your first break? Banana, mandarin, rice, crispy treat, and almond butter cookie thing. That sounds like my kind of lunch. That's delicious. I love Rice Krispie treats. What color is... Oh, he's wearing gloves! God damn it. He's drawing nails. That's another thing I left to draw. Okay, let's do the seams. Okay, gloves are pretty hot too. I feel like gloves are slutty. And that's sexy, sexy gloves. Chicken sandwiches, delicious. Homemade. I love homemade chicken salad. Unless it's not chicken salad and it's just like a grilled chicken, which is also delicious. Roasted chicken, even better. Yeah, gloves are inherently slutty. Only slutty people would wear gloves. You make mint fried with vegetable oil? That sounds delicious. I've never tried that before. Chicken with like a mint fry thing? Or like fried with... Oh! I was like, that sounds like really interesting. Like, did you put like mint extract on the oil or something? That sounds like a fun thing to try. I wonder if a recipe for something like that exists. Maybe I can make it in the air fryer. I love using my air fryer. Air fryers are the best. Drop them into the oil. I was thinking you just put like extract or something. Either in the batter or like in the oil. Fresh from the dentist. There's nothing better. There's no better kind of mint than like dentist mint. Straight from the source. Dentist grown. I didn't even know dentists gave mints though. I know restaurants give mints, but I didn't know dentists gave mints. That's not dentist mints, that's just restaurant mints. Why would dentists give you candy? I feel like the whole thing is that they don't want you to eat candy. That seems counterproductive. That doesn't sound right. I feel like I've gotten like toothbrushes and like toothpaste from dentists, but not like mints. Maybe I'm just dumb and I've never tried to luck. I will admit I'm not the most observant person sometimes. I'm pretty scatterbrained. Some shit dentist. Probably. I probably do gotta go to some shit dentists. I'm not rich. That's awesome. Mine are like that too. I love looking at pretty dresses. You should buy some for yourself. Ta-da! Oh, ducks! Show me a picture later. That sounds awesome. I love ducks. Does that look right? I'm not sure. Yeah, it's really hard to like work on yourself when you're busy with work. It really saps out your motivation. I really hope we can like not work for that long anymore. At least like a shorter shift or something that's like really intense. It feels like really impossible, not to get like doomer or anything, but like sometimes it feels like you're really stuck when you're stuck in a position where you have to work for long periods of time and you don't really have even like free time to like think. It feels like really impossible to like dig yourself out of like those kinds of holes or like focus on self-improvement of any kind. I hope it sticks. I hope they don't make you do that anymore. 10 hours. I mean, 8 would still be preferable, honestly, but pick what you can get, I guess. Didn't this song already play? Spotify, play a different one. I mean, if you're doing a part-time job and your parents aren't claiming you in their taxes or anything, then you can probably qualify for like the Affordable Care Act through like Obamacare or whatever, if you're working part-time. And then you can get your ADHD meds paid that way. probably only would qualify if you do part-time though. I don't think... Like the threshold is like pretty small. So if you're working full-time, you're probably making too much money to qualify. Did you know I used to sell health insurance? I feel like I've talked about that before. I hate that industry so much. I'd rather do like anything, like, instead of doing that. It's like such an immoral industry. I hate it so much. I'd never go back to that. Yeah, for sure. If you... Obamacare does cover, Obamacare, just like the Affordable Care Act or healthcare.gov or whatever you want to call it, does cover, ADHD meds. I mean, you have to, like, make sure that you pick the right plan and everything, but yeah. That's, like, I'm pretty sure, as long as you get them on, like, the generic, it'll be covered. I mean, if it comes to that, and it's like December or whatever, and you're trying... Or actually, if you just lose your job, I think you qualify. But, the enrollment period is usually in December. But if you ever have any questions, I mean, feel free to shoot me a DM. I do that with my parents all the time. I know, like, healthcare plans are, like, difficult to navigate sometimes, but... So, if you have any questions or, like, wondering if something's covered, I don't mind helping out. let's hide the sketch layer, see how things are looking. That piece of furniture is kind of annoying. We got it. I think it looks good. The perspective is not like bothering me, so I think I'm okay with it. Nothing's like sticking out really noticeably, at least not right now. Not to me. Ah, thank you, Bean. I mean, I think that's it for like the main thing. Welcome back, Julius. I hope the walk home was nice. Da, 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 da. No bonking. This has been a bonking free space since you left. I don't deserve to be bonked. Yay! I'm all for that. Someone hold me like a cat. I'm waiting. Nobody's holding me like a cat. I can't believe the maintenance workers are still not here. I'm gonna go to the front office after I'm done streaming. Cute. I left to be held by a giant octopus. How do people get emotes? I don't get it. I feel like all the emotes are like random ones. And like Pika emotes or something. Cute little legs. Are they just like exclusively from like subscribers or something? Subscribing thingies? I guess that's why I only have like the Pika ones. But then that would mean that there's like people with like a bunch of different subscriptions. Because I see people with like a buttload of emotes sometimes. Rich people. Mr. and Mrs. Moneybags. Oh. But then, like, do you get them permanently? I was like subscribed to Pika on Twitch for a while. But then I ended up getting I ended up just like switching my subscription to YouTube instead. Just because like I want to look at the member only streams on YouTube. Nice. I'll be able to make my own emotes someday, I'm sure. Someday. What, you don't like the shoes? Are they too big? I love them too. Ah! Hold on, I think they're here. I think maintenance is here. I'm gonna stop streaming. Have a good one. Bye.